Good evening, Decatur Township. It's time for Coach's Corner. I am Jason Schanzel. With me, as always, is our head coach, Kyle Enright. How are you, Coach?
Doing well. Moving on to homecoming week, so hanging in there after a tough one. But
yeah,
glad that we have the sun came up and we're ready to move forward. So.
See, I like that. I like that look. The sun's going to come up every morning. Things happen for a reason. We move on. Put that in the past. And huge week this week. Homecoming, every day's got a theme. Today, Gold Day. Obviously, you wore your gold. I gave my best attempt at wearing my gold. We'll get to it and just touch on it and be brief about it. But Martinsville did not end the way that we thought it would. What are your thoughts on it?
First of all, the highs and lows of that game were incredible.
Oh, sure.
I don't know that you can play a better 22 minutes of a game. The first part of the first half, up 35-0. Special teams scored, defense scored, offense was rolling. I don't know that we've ever played that good of a first half in those 22 minutes. To go from that to the devastating loss and just the feeling at the end of that, man, it's a roller coaster of emotions. But, at the end of the day, it's one loss, not two.
Right.
And it's, it's tough, but I still feel like our kids played extremely hard and stayed together. There's a lot of coaching errors in that game that we're going to take credit for and I'm going to take credit for. So, I don't necessarily think that it's any one play or one person's fault. It was just kind of like you said, quicksand, avalanche, whatever you want to call it, disaster of plays that we just couldn't get out of our own way in the second half. And that's, a lot to do with myself and coaching. So you reflect, you point the thumb, and you try to get better. So
and that's all you can do at this point. Just go, hey, there were a lot of mistakes made. Raise my hand. I'm part of it.
Absolutely.
Kids are a part of it. The rest of our coaching staff's a part of it. It's a team loss. We all lost.
For sure. But there were some very good things that happened in the first half that we can try to bottle up and get better from. So
and like you said, I watched the replay yesterday and I'm sitting here going, oh my gosh, like literally everything good that can happen happened. You have a block punt for a touchdown. You have, I believe we had an interception for a touchdown.
Yeah, Mykul had an interception.
Yeah, I mean,
Bonnie blocked another punt and Smitty ran it in. And
just unbelievably good.
Carson Eisen finally we got him involved in the offense and had two amazing touchdown catches.
Yeah, he definitely broke through the door. Carson Eisen did.
Yeah, so, man, to have all those positive things happen,
right?
It's weird. It's a mindset of like, I mean, we were talking about even in the third quarter when it was 38-7, having a plan for getting backups in.
For sure, yeah.
And then it just we couldn't make that one play to finish the game. So we've talked about it a lot, and we're going to be better for it in the long run. It's hard at the moment, but I think this group especially does a really good job of learning from mistakes and not losing faith in one another and their coaching staff. So
well, and I have full faith and trust in you guys and these kids that this coming Friday, clean slate, man.
Yeah.
We're rolling up. This is Mooresville week. You don't take that lightly. This is as every year that's circled. Mooresville, circle it on the map, man.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure this week's practice has been intense. I'm sure this week's practice has been tough. So let's kind of switch gears then, and let's talk about Mooresville coming up. It's homecoming, huge week here at school. Everybody's decked out, dressed in their specials. Today's Gold Day, like I said. So let's switch gears and talk about Mooresville week.
Yeah. So one thing that we talk about as a team leading into the week. Is that homecoming's fun. It brings people back from years past. It brings a community together. It's usually against a rival, which Mooresville is sort of that rival. So it's a fun week, but also the number one job and the main assignment of the football team is to play from 7 to 9 p.m. So, there's been social media posts and back and forths in the past between the Curry Crazies and the Hawk Block. And I just, I urge our kids, especially, as we try to get better and move on, to make the most important thing, which is the game at 7 p.m., not all the extra things. But it's still fun. I want them to have fun and their kids. So Kelly Tate's done a great job with the theme weeks and kids getting excited about being there. There may be a little pep session tomorrow with a couple of TikTok dances, allegedly, that we'll see. But yeah, it's a fun week, and what better week than to come off a tough loss than to have homecoming and Mooresville coming in. So
So I guess my question is, tell me, like, this week of practice, have we focused on anything? Has anybody stood out this week to you?
Yeah, we changed a couple things, offensively and defensively, just as you should as you move through the season and see some things that transpire on the field, just to try to make yourself a week better. I think one thing that we needed to get better on is sort of clock management in the second half. Sometimes you're up so much that when you're up 31 points with a quarter and a half left, you're not really thinking about all the clock management details, like staying in bounds, on a simple play where you're running to the sideline, just going down before you get out of bounds because the clock stops when you go out of bounds. So just little things like that offensively, and cleaning up those things and being able to run the ball more effectively in the second half when you have a big lead. And then also just being able to play more of a prevent style defense, in the sense that, there's really only one chance for a team to come back, and if they throw the ball up down the field. And all our players and coaches know that we were probably a little bit too aggressive, which is our style. You don't want to get away from your style, so it's a fine line.
Physical,
so just playing a little bit more zone and prevent style defense when you're up big in a game. So we kind of took those two things and made those an emphasis this week, and the kids understood why. And like I said, I think we'll be better moving forward for it. And the kids have had a great week. They're resilient, and they obviously, they want to live up to their potential. And that's kind of what we talk about. Like, I'm not disappointed in the loss. I'm disappointed in myself to not allow these kids to reach their potential and what they can be, which we saw that in the first half. So how can we fix playing to our potential every game, every quarter? So.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Mooresville. Who stands out for Mooresville?
Well, Coach Gillen was my coach, and he's a legend and a Hall of Famer. Maybe the second or third most wins in Indiana history. So really good coach, and he's always had a great passing game. So this year's no different. They have a really good quarterback that can spin, a couple of really good receivers outside. Hogan Denny left, but his younger brother is a really good receiver for them and does a lot of things. Number 7's a good player. So they're going to try to air it out, especially after watching the comeback that Martinsville had last week. I'm sure their plan is to try to get loose in our secondary. So that'll be a challenge for us. And then defensively, they play hard. They get to the ball. They've given up some points, but they do make some plays. Their defensive line is pretty good. So we have to be able to run the ball and establish the run, and then be efficient in the passing game like Bo has. I mean, he's completing 70% of his passes so far this year, which is 20% higher than last year. So really proud of him for that. But again, it's playing fast, playing physical, and learning from our mistakes from last week.
All right. Well, Coach, we are going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back and talk to 3 standout juniors. I'm kind of excited to talk to these guys. I feel like they all have really great personalities, and ask them some fun questions and get to know them a little bit. So we'll be back here in just a few minutes after a quick interview, and we'll be back with Coach Enright later on after this.
Go Hawks.
All right, folks, we are back, and I am with 3 standout juniors from our Hawks football team. On the far end, Mr. number 4, Mykul Campbell. How are you, Mykul?
Good, how are you?
Good. I've also got Braylon Morris, number 3 in the middle, our safety, and he also plays a little QB this year. Are you good this morning, Mr. Braylon?
I'm doing good.
All right, doing well, doing well. Brayden Smith, directly to my right, number 22, standout linebacker, had a 20-tackle game earlier this year. I mean, that's pretty darn good. So how are you this morning?
I'm doing great.
Good, good. Glad to have you guys. So we're going to ask you guys some questions, and we'll try and mix it up a little bit and who goes first. So let's start with Mr. Campbell down here on the end. Mykul, what is your favorite breakfast cereal?
I would say Fruity Pebbles.
Ooh, Fruity Pebbles. All right, Braylon, how about you, sir?
going to say Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
So, oh, okay. Two big-time favorites. And how about you, Mr. Smith?
I got to say Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops. Three big, well-known brands. I am a Golden Grams guy myself. I love me some Golden Grams. So let's see. Braylon, since you've got the microphone, we'll go with you. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what meal would that be?
It had to be chicken Alfredo.
Chicken Alfredo. What about you, Brayden?
I like steak and potatoes.
Steak and taters. How about you, Mykul?
Chicken and waffles with a side of grapes.
Ooh, I mean, no offense, all three of those I would eat. Those are great answers, great answers. All right, Brayden, $1 million on the line. What are you choosing? Are you going to kick a 30-yard field goal or a half-court shot?
I'm shooting the shot.
Shooting the shot. He doesn't feel no confidence in the leg, huh? All right, Braylon, how about you, buddy?
I'm not going to lie. I had to take that shot.
Taking the shot. No, none of these guys want to kick.
I'm kicking that field goal.
Oh, Michael's going to take a chance.
I'm taking it.
Even you can get a few pointers from Ashton Vogel, see if maybe he can set you up, give you some ideas. But all right, Mykul, back to you. What is a talent that you have that some people may not know about?
I can sing.
You can sing?
Yeah.
Can you give us a sample?
Nah, not really.
No, he's a little. He can sing, but he's embarrassed about it. All right. Braylon, what about you, sir? What's your hidden talent?
I don't think I got one. I'm not going to lie.
I just play football and go to school. Sorry, everyone. Braylon Morris, football player, student athlete. That's all he's got for you. All right. How about you, Mr. Smith?
I think golfing.
Golf.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your best round of golf you've ever shot?
Not good.
Not good, but it is a hidden talent. All right. We'll let you off the hook. All right, Braylon, since you have the microphone in your hand, what is your favorite NFL team and who is your favorite NFL player? And it could be of all time or it can be current. It's totally up to you.
All right, my favorite team would be the Indianapolis Colts because it's hometown. But my favorite current player is A.J. Terrell.
All right. How about you, Mykul?
My favorite team is Seattle Seahawks, and my favorite player is Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn, the beast mode. All right, Brayden, what's your favorite NFL team and favorite player?
My favorite team is the New York Giants, and my favorite player of all time is Ray Lewis.
Ooh, all right. I like those. Good answers, gentlemen. Good answers. All right. Brayden, what is your favorite holiday and why?
Halloween.
Halloween. Why do you like Halloween?
I just like to hand out candy.
He just likes the
people.
free candy. All right. And scaring people.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Braylon?
I'm going to go with Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, the stockings, you know, that candy be. I'm trying to tell you.
Again, free stuff and it's a fun holiday. All right, Mykul, how about you, sir?
I'll say Christmas, the vibes. I like to watch movies and eat cookies all day.
Hey, I can't argue that. I'd have to agree. Mine's Christmas as well. Just so many reasons. Let's see. Mykul, we'll go back to you again. What is your favorite sports movie?
Remember the Titans.
Ooh, that's good. I like that. What about you, Braylon?
Think about this.
Favorite sports movie?
Can it be a show?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, I'll say All-American then.
All right, All-American. I agree. That's pretty good. Pretty good show. All right, how about you, Brayden?
Bench warmers.
Ooh, that's good. Bench warmers. Underrated. All right. So let's go back to Braylon. When you aren't practicing or doing homework, what's something you like to do in your free time?
Play the game.
Play
Definitely
the game.
play the game.
All right, Mykul, how about you, sir?
I like to watch anime.
Watch anime. And Brayden?
Eat junk food.
Eat junk food. All right. It looks like you eat a lot of junk food based on your size. I'm kidding. Not at all. You probably need to eat a little more protein.
Yeah,
maybe. Right?
maybe a little bit more.
All right. We'll stay with you, Brayden, since I'm giving you the business. Who is a person you look up to for great advice?
Just my parents.
Parents.
In general. Yeah.
All right. How about you, Braylon?
I'm going to have to agree with that. I live
Okay.
with my parents.
Good deal, man.
My parents.
All right. So parents are good advice givers for these guys, which is not a bad thing. Let's see. Last question. We'll start with how we started. Mykul, what is one thing you need to do to beat the team down 67?
Be more physical.
Be more physical. All right. How about you, Braylon?
Communication.
Communication. All right. That's a good answer. How about you, Brayden?
Finish.
Finish. All right. So 3 good answers there. 3 things that probably they do feel like we need to do a little better this week to come away with the W. Homecoming week, guys. I'm excited for you. You got an opportunity to get a W against the team down the road here who will remain nameless. And, so good luck this week, guys. Thanks so much for your time this morning, and we'll see you Friday 7 p.m. here at Decatur Central, homecoming week. Come out and see these guys and cheer them on as we take on Mooresville. All right, folks, we are back again with Coach Enright. Coach, just give you one last opportunity to say anything you want to say about Friday. It's going to be a big night.
Big night. Mooresville Pioneers coming over, homecoming. Lots of people come back for that game. Hopefully we fill the stands in our blue and gold, ready to move forward from last week and get a dub.
All righty. So I'm Jason Schanzel. He's Kyle Enright. We will see you guys Friday night at DeVere Fair Stadium for homecoming. Go Hawks!
Go Hawks.